Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome. I have a message today. Very important message. It's the return of the divine feminine. It's the return. I don't even say you should say return, but because she never left. Our divine mother. It's that time we're in. We have to recognize that feminine aspect of us, and that feminine energy has to take its place in this world. That feminine energy has to take its place in this realm. So when you hear me talk about feminine energy, there was always two people in creation, Father and Mother God, as the Christ letters has taught us. And it's not physical as we see here. It's masculine and feminine energy, and it's also known as electricity and magnetism. Electricity represents the father energy, and magnetism represents our the feminine energy. So here we are. Here we are. I had a dream a couple nights ago, and this lady was just teaching us um, about the importance of the feminine energy. And I remembered she said in my dream that the feminine, masculine, and the feminine energy is mutual, it's 50-50. So we see the world that we're living in, and everything about the feminine energy seems like it was suppressed. And remember, we're living in an ego driven society, and ego represents, it doesn't just represents our father, but it in this realm the ego as run as the feminine aspect, the masculine as the as run as the masculine aspect, not the feminine aspect of us. So, so the rise of the feminine energy, as I saw in my dreams, is bringing back marriages, is bringing back families, is bringing back spirituality. The rise of the feminine energy is the rise of spirituality. It's the rise of family. It's the rise of togetherness. It's the rise of love, that feminine aspect of us, just like we see here. It's that bonding, it's that love. I have to profess what I read in the Christ letters when Christ says, why did he call God Father? Why did he call God Father? Because at the time, the people he was trying to change, they only talk about Father God. The feminine energy hasn't, um, didn't have any power. So he didn't, so he's like, all right, he says Father God because he knows that whether you say Father God or Mother God, it's the same person. We and so he said if he really had to give God a name, it would be Mother. God would be the woman. And I know I saw a video, yes, a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna post it, and they were talking about of the this how spiritual this feminine energy is, how spiritual a woman is. And he was like the husband, the feminine, the man has to pray 3 times more than the woman. The man has to pray 3 times more than the woman in order to get um things to manifest. The woman is just divinely spiritual. The woman is divinely spiritual. And another thing came to me yesterday. That's why in churches they tell women to wear hats. Why are we covering up our power? Even in my dream, I had the hat was right there in the car, but I didn't put it on. That's to cover our power. So the feminine energy has it's the rise of consciousness, and it's the rise of consciousness, and it's the rise of the feminine energy. And that doesn't mean that men are not important. That doesn't mean, but the woman is very important to families, to the direction of this world. And if you really look the direction this world is going in, they're trying to they're trying to put a president up there, a female president, because the energy coming in. But we have to be careful. Don't be deceived. It's no longer it's what we're seeing with our eyes. It's the energy we're getting from that person. Are we getting that feminine energy? Are you feeling that feminine energy? The feminine energy is gonna be so dominant, and that's why you before um because the feminine energy was so suppressed. That's why the imbalance in Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is feminine and she is rising. So, and if you hear me talk about feminine energy, no, we're not separate. Everything is together. Everything is one. It's universe. We talk about masculine energy, it's still God. It's still source. Feminine energy is still source. It's a powerful, that masculine, feminine, electricity, magnetism is what all this creation is what creates all this creation. Mother, Father, God, the source of all things. The woman is just as powerful as the man. And I have to share, another thing came to me today. Even, and this is according to what I read in the Christ letters, that our Father at the time of ejaculation touched. That's the only time that masculine energy can really touch that divine consciousness of father, mother in equilibrium. That masculine energy that our father or earthly father touched, that universal consciousness, we call him source, return God, when he was in his height of orgasm, he touched that divine consciousness, and that was part of the sperm that was put into the woman. And look what the woman do. He put it in the woman. The woman is everything is in the woman to create this flesh. It's that God energy put into her, that she can create a living being with the divine consciousness. And that's what it means by the word made flesh. It came made flesh and dwell among us. You think it's about Jesus? It's about, we're all Jesus. If we come through that woman's womb, we're all Jesus. We're all the Christ. It's a Christ energy. It's a raising of the Christ energy. And that has been suppressed. How important the woman is, because the feminine energy is very spiritual. And we're going back to spirituality. We're going back to spirituality where we can just sit down and tap into the spiritual realm. Not that the men can't do that, but it's easier for the feminine energy, because she's all love, to tap into that divine realm quicker than a man would. Quicker than a man would. Yeah. So yes, so it's the rise of the mother god. It's the rise of the feminine energy. It is. And listen, we're gonna see some things different. Family is gonna be where if you're a man in this time, you have to embrace it. Listen, we all has testosterone and estrogen within us. That's why a single mother can play two roles, but we're not supposed to, you know? So don't, if you're listening to this and you think you're gonna lose your power as the masculine, no, you won't. And we as the feminine have to still allow them to be. Your job is to protect the feminine energy. Your job is to provide. That's what your job is. I know so much has been placed on the man for to determine the woman's self-worth and all that. The woman is going to be stronger. They're going to be more spiritual. They're already spiritual, but they're going to be more spiritual. And it's not for this world. It's because the earth is raising its vibration and it's causing the woman to raise their vibration. Listen, men, you have to embrace your role because you're gonna see your partner more spiritual, more knowledgeable of stuff. And we as a feminine too, we have to remain balanced because we're more knowledgeable of the spiritual aspect of things. We still have to stay in our lane. These our husbands, our partners, they're divine beings, and men has to see us as divine beings too. And this is what a lot of people, Dr. Dilbert Blair, and a lot of people who have passed on knew this time was coming in, was coming. The true creator is rising. The true creator of this physical realm is rising. All right, so that's my little presentation for today. Just watch for the feminine energy. It's gonna be in my as I saw in my dream. Families are coming together, children are come, everything is returning. And men, don't feel left out. You have to stay in your role. You are a provider, you're a protector. That's what you were created for. You weren't created to run a woman or rule over a woman. Never. You weren't created to do that. And I know this world let women find think their self-worth is in how a man loves them. Listen, we're gonna see some changes. And when the feminine rise, it allows the masculine also to get stronger. So don't think the feminine rising that you're going to stay the same place. You're going to get stronger in your role as the masculine energy. Because remember, only in this realm we're separated. If you know wherever Jesus is right now, he's masculine and feminine. It's not separated. Our God is not separated. Only in this 3D realm we were separated. Yes, so hope you see it. Please feel what's going on. Don't leave your head open. Take off those wigs. Braids are okay. Those hats at church, ooh, they were just trying to hold down the power of the woman in the church. That's why you wore hats. That's coming from the Catholic Church. All right, everyone. Be blessed, everyone. Be blessed.